We're recording.
Okay, very interesting. Like I said, I am perpetually amazed by the increasing technology. I mean, something like that is truly, considering that years ago, even a few years ago, they would have had to carry a massive shoulder mount, have a satellite dish on a truck, and all the rest of it. But then again, my lifestyle is evolving simply because of that. 20 years ago, I didn't have satellite dishes. If you wanted TV, you had to be within 10 miles of a city. You wouldn't get anything. If you wanted to make a phone call, you went to a payphone.
You don't even have to be pointing in any direction, right?
That has a dish inside the dome. But the advantage to it is that
It points on its own.
it points on its own.
So you don't have to point, it
No,
points.
you just turn it on and it finds the satellite.
See, the one I had back in the old days, I had to point it.
Yeah,
I had to have that right access to it.
Yeah, I had to have a crank up. I've had a crank up satellite. They're good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them.
What's your cat's name?
His name's Target.
Target. How about that?
That's because he has a little. At least I got him at the Humane Society in Sedona, and he has a little black spot right behind his shoulder. So apparently, someone has seen Target.
You know, I was thinking about Target with my breakfast today. I was thinking in some respects how right on that corporation is. I was filling my water bottles. I have 4 little water bottles that I bought at an exorbitant price from Target. And yet I said how well these water bottles fit into the outfit that has been evolving.
Yeah, it's you just keep on putting things together, and eventually you find that one part or another works perfectly, and then you move on to the next.
How many panels are up on top?
Let's see. No, there's 13 on top, and 11 around the sides.
13 on top.
There used to be 14, but I had to take one away because of the satellite dish.
Ah.
It took up space.
Yeah, I put a vent up in mine, and I end up with a panel that's stuck in one direction, and I'm figuring maybe I'll give some away and reconfigure a couple of new ones. More efficiency to make up with the extra space.
I've changed the position on my panels at least 3 different times. Moved them around according to getting them to the correct area. Adding new ones, shifting them around to keep them clear of the vents and things.
Sky is nice.
It was supposed to be sunny all day, but then
Ooh.
But it's supposed to pass.
Wow.
The number that I've got.
Well, these were cheaper than the flooded.
Oh, that's
right. This was part of that blessing I have. I says, okay, Walmart, you proved to me that your best batteries are not good enough. I'm giving you back your 4 batteries that I got one at a time because I couldn't afford to get them all at once. And I gave them a good try for several months, and they didn't live up to their claims. I brought them back. And they didn't quite want to take them back, but they knew they were responsible for doing the right thing, and they took them back.
Walmart, my car battery, the one that starts it, is a Walmart. In fact, they replaced the one that wasn't working right. They're very, very good about that. But these are golf carts from actually a small place in Palm Springs.
Yeah, there are plenty of golf carts around here.
Exactly. Great spot to pick up golf cart batteries. They've got lots of places to choose from. But I generally have to replace them every 5 or 6 years.
Insulation.
Yeah, originally this was a window.
The window still exists?
No, it's gone. At one point,
you packed it up with insulation?
Yeah, it's basically solid insulation all the way through now. I took the frame off and sold it. Took it to a RV place, and they gave me a little bit for it and sold it to somebody else.
Cool.
I didn't want to throw it in the trash. It
Right
would be a terrible waste.
Yeah.
But originally, this screen was the original to keep the light out, to keep it from getting too warm. But that didn't work all that well. So now it's basically covered. There's a plexiglass panel on the end that's screwed in, and then I decided I wanted to put these covers over it. Only this bubble cell stuff, doesn't hold up well unless you cover it with aluminum tape, because if you don't, it rots away.
Yeah, so this is nice protection for now.
Yeah, it's lasted for well over a decade.
Wow.
So, but like I said, if you just use it in its regular form and don't cover it with anything, it rots away in a year or two. It just decays it.
So you're not a fancy, superficial guy.
I don't. I just, as I said, I tried experimenting, and I tried using this screen alone with the windows, and that didn't work well. So it just evolved. Eventually, I just closed it off. When I was a custodian working night shift, I didn't need the light. I was sleeping up there, and I didn't, of course, want the light when I was sleeping. So covering it up was a perfectly good idea. This is where Target sits when we travel. It's, of course, also his carrier, so it works both ways.
So where do you think he is now?
Oh, he's right here.
Up in here. Oh, he likes your bed too, huh?
Yeah, he was sleeping on
He
his...
sleeps with you sometimes?
Oh, yes. He sleeps up on the bed all the time.
Uh-huh.
He's a new adoptee. I got him at Sedona just a few months ago. My previous cat, Thomas, passed away. He was 15 years old. We'd been together for that long.
So that helps keep you from the loneliness?
Yes,
that...
it's a companionship. It's nice to have an acquaintance who travels along. We go out for walks.
Yeah.
He seems to be adapting very well to this.
I tried to take that little puppy dog with me on the journey when I left Texas, and he jumped out of my basket on that bicycle when we reached the town limits. He looked at me like vaya con Dios, and he turned around and went back into town. You know.
Probably the vegetable diet that did it for you. I mean,
that's
probably
right.
Decided,
that's
hey,
right.
you know, I really
you
like...
were smart enough to know that me and him weren't going to be having such fun out there.
He wouldn't be too companionable with the vegetarian diet. He preferred his meat diet. He decided he'd stick where he was. Yeah, as I said.
But it was nice, you know, having a little friend. Yep. Even that cat, you know. But you get to be self-sufficient where people are only as good as their good-naturedness, you know. And not too many people have that inside for real. They got loads of it on the outside, you know. They can put the big phony smiles on, like, you know.
Well, like I said, appearances. People can put on appearances.
Yeah.
Easy enough. But yeah, he's, as I said, the cat and I, we get along real well so far.
Yeah, but your cat was a pretty straight-up guy when I first met him. Wasn't afraid, a little bit of shyness, but just held his ground.
Yeah, I think maybe I'm teaching him a little too well to be a little standoffish. I think maybe I should let him be a little friendlier, but you never can tell, I'm sorry to say. And of course, people have dogs and cats don't always get along well together, so maybe it's better he's a little cautious. So anyway, well, I thank you very much. I enjoyed meeting you.
Yes, likewise.
And as I